Well, we finally got the transcript. We finally got exactly what was said. And I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to say it?
I mean, you play the video. Let's.
Oh, it ain't no video.
It's not a video?
No.
Oh,
we can't show the NBA video.
See, I mean, with this whole situation,
They'll try to ban us.
If you didn't know, Ime Udoka used to ex-coach for the Boston Celtics, now coach for the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
They played against the
Lakers.
The Lakers and LeBron, a couple nights ago, and they got into a heated argument. And you had to say, what would you have to do for a coach to get in an argument with a player? Which didn't really make sense to me. But after people slowed everything down, and somebody started reading their lips, which is amazing. Like this technology this year.
It's funny, they never want to do it when it comes to the real TV networks, but it's like the internet and Twitter is undefeated. They're gonna find out what was said, they're gonna find out who it was, and they're gonna bring us the facts. But it looks like basically what happened, the Lakers were up 15. They were schooling the Houston Rockets. But Udoka felt like that the Lakers, even though that they were up, they were still crying for every little call, especially LeBron. And basically they had a foul, I believe, on a Houston player.
Yeah. So basically, I give you the play-by-play. So basically, what was going on from what the Houston Rocket people were talking about? Basically, what's going on? LeBron James was yelling travel out because of Şengün. Şengün was coming down the lane. He passed the ball to Eason. Eason made the layup. He got fouled.
He got an and-one.
Yeah, the and-one got fouled by Cam Reddish. So he had the free throw line, about to shoot the ball, about to get the ball. Cam bump him. And I'm thinking, I would have just man, whatever. I'm gonna shoot the ball, get the points. We finna get back in the game. But Eason was like, nah, I'm gonna stand on business.
He thought he was T.I.'s son.
He thought it was T.I.'s son, and I mean, hey, so he got in Cam face. Then a couple plays later, that's when the B word went flying.
Oh, so basically, said Udoka, and this is alleged because we can't say for certain, but allegedly this is what the lip readers had to say, that Udoka said, "Man, y'all crying like some B words." And you know what? It's 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So Udoka said to LeBron, "Y'all crying like some bitches." That's exactly what he said, word for word, bar for bar. And LeBron came up on him and was like, "Don't use those words loosely. Don't use those words loosely. We grown men out here." And then Udoka goes, "Why you walking over here like you're gonna do something?" And the ref basically got in between him. He did a double tech, and since Udoka already had one from earlier in the game, he was then disqualified. And since he had two techs and was kicked out the game. But man, I don't know if I've ever seen a coach say what are you gonna do walking over here like you're gonna do something? To me, that's like challenging him to a fight. And we were trying to do our research and look through college and NBA and see, when has a coach ever challenged a player to a fight?
I mean, it really doesn't happen. I mean, you got a little Juwan Howard incident in college.
Juwan Howard didn't challenge; he just attacked. That's the difference.
I mean, you got that, but I mean, besides that, you really don't have. I just seen a whole bunch of coaches going there refs, but this situation, I mean, to me, it felt like it was just more to it. So I had to do some deep diving. I learned that. I mean, Ime Udoka, I didn't really know he played in the NBA like that.
I knew him because they show in the photo, he played for the Spurs. And he played for the Spurs, I want to say, for at least 4 or 5 years.
They played 4 years with the Spurs.
And I think after he retired, he was one of Pop's head assistants. And he was, kind of, how all the disciples of Greg Popovich always get in a coaching job, basically. Budenholzer, who won a championship with Milwaukee, was also one of Pop's disciples. I guess you could say one of his assistant coaches. There's a whole bunch more. If you actually look it up, there's a lot of Pop's coaches that are now head coaches in the league.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know, but I think the reason why Ime mad is because he couldn't average more than 5 points against LeBron. I'd be mad too. I can't shoot more than 2 shots in front of somebody, but
the weird thing is I've seen some people on Instagram basically saying that Udoka was standing on business and that he punked LeBron. But then I saw people on YouTube saying that LeBron was right and that he ain't gonna throw a punch and get suspended for 20 games and lose $20 million or more just because a coach is talking smack. And he said, he went up to him and said his piece. and let it be known that he wasn't just going to let that slide. But, you know, everyone knows that LeBron's going to punch him. Now, do you give Udoka credit, or do you think he's a coward because he's basically trying to challenge the face of the league to a fight, knowing that he doesn't want to, you know, get suspended or none of that? So he's basically in no danger, so he can say whatever he wants.
I don't.
You give Udoka points, or you think Udoka's a punk in this
LeBron wanted no
situation?
smoke. I don't think LeBron wanted no smoke because, you know,
LeBron's way bigger though.
That don't mean nothing. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I would bet my life on LeBron versus Udoka.
Yeah, I mean,
I would bet on LeBron's side that he would knock out Udoka.
That'd be hilarious.
Udoka's only like 6'5"-ish, and LeBron's 6'8".
Do you know who's on the Rocket? He's by the Rocket bench. He ain't gonna make it to the other side. The Rocket bench is full of young.
He would have uppercutted Udoka, and then he would have turned around and judo kicked Dylan Brooks right in the chest.
Oh,
that's exactly what it would have happened.
Dylan Brooks would have just blew a stank breath on him.
Nah.
Dylan Brooks, man.
Don't tell me you're a Dylan Brooks fan.
First up, I mean,
this is almost as bad. Oh, we did a reaction video. Shout out Crib Reactions, but we did a reaction video checking out Luka's highlights, and all this man could do is slander him and say how Jason Tatum's better.
Tatum is,
and he's not. He's never been better. Never a day in his life. And
Jason Tatum
we got like
cry.
500 comments saying that you were wrong. You're casual.
He's a crybaby. Luka be crying.
No, Tatum be crying more. You act like every star don't do that. You don't act like Tatum, LeBron, Luka, James Harden, all of them. The probably only person that doesn't cry is Kawhi, but Kawhi is sitting down half the time, so he doesn't even get a chance to cry.
True that. He's always
Anthony Davis cries all the time too.
He's always in street clothes. But nah, back to what we
Giannis cries a lot.
Back to what we
He got thrown out for crying too much the other day.
I believe.
Remember when he went after
foreigners? The foreigners be crying.
Oh, hold on. Just because we're not doing the podcast doesn't mean we can't.
I mean, that's what he always say about the foreigners. The foreigners are soft.
Oh, and if you also again, hold on. But we're gonna be going back to the podcast next week. There was garbage topics, and we've been dying to do an NBA show, so don't think that the regular podcast is done. We're gonna get back to it, but we're guaranteed to do the NBA show, so y'all can stop crying about hearing our NBA takes.
But back to the game. So, you know, after everybody, once the game was over, once he got ejected, LeBron James was in the locker room. They was like, what was the issue? LeBron James was like, we're talking about Thanksgiving. So I clicked off that because I was like, man, I know that's not what he's talking about. So I went to the Ime Udoka thing. Ime Udoka was like, I guess the refs didn't like what we said. And then I was like, man, forget that. That ain't good enough. Then I went to my dog Dylan Brooks. He told him how it is, and he was like, man, they was over there complaining that one of our players was traveling, but at the same time, y'all was over there saying that we can't. As soon as we touch AD, they get a foul. And then I look at the stats. Lakers shot like 27. They shot
like 8 or 10 more free throws. It
was
wasn't
more
nothing
like 10.
egregious.
That's a lot. 10 is a lot. 10. So that's
you know what that tells me? The Lakers were the more aggressive team.
Nah, that means you can't touch them. See how you supposed
that means, you know what that tells me? The Lakers were driving to the hoop more. That's what that tells me.
I guess so. That's what you got. That's what Ime Udoka.
But the Lakers been complaining they haven't been getting calls all year, especially LeBron, Austin Reeves, and AD have all three been really chirping at the refs. So it seems like, honestly, just about every player
has been
blaming the refs at some point. You know, for games, because I feel like the refs take over the games and that the refs are too sensitive.
Or they're not consistent.
When a player goes after a ref, that, you know, they're giving them texts, or that they won't give them a call the rest of the game. So yeah, they're being too sensitive out there. You know, people are here to watch these all-stars play. They're not here to watch the guy with the whistle.
Pretty much.
No one's paying $300, $400, $500, $1,000 a seat
to watch somebody.
To watch a ref.
Pretty much. So I mean, comment below. Let us know how you feel about this whole Ime Udoka situation. Do you feel like?
I think Ime's a punk, and I think like what Shannon Sharp said, when they go low, we go to the basement, baby. And you know, he would have said, "You want to talk about bitches? Let's talk about the one you lost in
Nia Long."
Yeah, Nia Long
to Jeezy. Hey, he don't cheat. Allegedly.
No, that Jeezy didn't do that.
But I mean, yeah, and also,
he just lost Spooky Love.
And also, let us know how you feel about everybody kissing LeBron James, but like nobody's saying the truth about what really happened. They just left it like.
Oh, I definitely think LeBron was in the right this one. I don't give Udoka no points because I think he knew nothing was going to happen. But don't get it twisted. MJ's the GOAT. But I'm not a LeBron hater. I actually enjoy LeBron, but he's definitely top 3 all time. But nobody's touching the
We'll
GOAT,
find out
Michael
once
Jordan.
LeBron James win this tournament cup.
Oh yeah,
The
one elusive mid-season tournament cup.
One thing, Michael Jordan don't got no mid-season tournament cup.
So it wasn't existed.
It doesn't matter. If it was, he wouldn't have got it.
You know, don't talk too bad about the GOAT. He might get reactivated just to come back to win a mid-season tournament.
The Wizards.
No,
Wizards,
he's
Michael
coming back
Jordan?
to the Bulls.
Oh Lord,
He's going back to the Bulls.
We're gonna talk about the Bulls later.
He's gonna coach DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine and
Oh
get them
my
back
God.
on track.